it's time to see the new features and capabilities. So it's time to have a look at the new user interface, new tools, and new process enhancements which help you to get work done faster and easier. Now, let us invite Mr. Mahinder, our application engineer, to give a presentation on what's new in SOLIDWORKS 2017. Please put your hands together.
Today is connected to a very special day. It's about to create a new world with digital universe where you can imagine experience. So good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Mahinder. Happy to see you all in such a huge count and hope some of them are still traveling to join with us. So I'm delighted to meet you all on this great Innovation Day platform. Every year we have some new enhancements and features. In the same way, in this innovation platform, I'm in front of you with almost 250 new features and some of the enhancements. So for every year we take one example. Like if some of them are there in the previous year launch, we have an example of a robot, and in the before that year we have example of military related equipments, and even we take example of a power plant and something. Like this year, I am in front of you with some wonderful example. Have you ever seen this before? As you have engaged most of the time with videos and some of the introduction by Ankur Sharma, you would have understood what exactly it is. But it's working. How it will work and what are the functions, those all I'll give a quick brief introduction and let us move further to the hands-on session. So as we have already seen that this is called as MyOMA. MyOMA is an acronym for My Own Motion. Like a patient who is unable to move his muscles and a person who is suffering with paralysis, let's say who is suffering with paralysis or degenerative illness, who is unable to move his hand. This will be helpful. This wonderful product will be helpful. And we have an example also of a person who is suffering with ALS. ALS is acronym lateral sclerosis. Like something it is related to biomedical device, right? We can say that this is a biomedical device product. So actually this is started in the year 2002 by MIT students and Harvard medical experts. So see here a brief animation. We have an animation here. A patient gives the signal from the brain that if he want to move his hand, just he will have a thought in a brain first. And with the help of this motor, we have a motor near elbow, like electromyography. It is called as electromyography that receives signal from the brain and that will initiate the movement via motor in the arm. And with the help of that, he can move his muscles, fingers, and everything in this way. So this is nothing but power steering your car. Like we'll give a small movement and with that we'll get a nice turning, right? In the same way, this is an example. So he is Mr. Vince. He is suffering with ALS. He's a person who is unable to move his hand. Let us see a quick video how he has used this MyOMA and how this is mean to him. I'll just play the video.
My name is Vince, and I had the stroke in August 2013. It affected the left side of my body. Most of all, it affected my left arm. When I had the stroke, the first 4 or 5 months, my wife, I was going to rehab every day. My wife was driving me everywhere, and I got it set in my mind that when I got the Myra Pro, I will be able to do more and more things. For instance, I have a lawn sweeper. It's a manual sweeper. You walk behind it, and it helps pick up some leaves. Well, I can go out there now with the device on and hold the handle with both hands, and guide myself around my house, around my trees, a lot easier than I was able to do even before. Now I'm able, with the use of the hand device, I'm able to hold on to something and be able to cut, for instance, cucumbers, slice them up that way. And also, every night before I go to bed, I like to have a yogurt. And that's normally when I have the MyOMA Pro on, so I can get a container of yogurt out of the refrigerator and hold it in the microphone fingers, and I'm able to peel off the top of it, and then with a spoon, I'm able to eat the rest of the yogurt. When you have a stroke, it's devastating. Well, to me, it was devastating. With continued use of the MyOMA Pro, I'm sure by next summer again, there's a lot more things I'll be able to do it, especially with my grandkids.
So this is really helpful to him, right? Even he himself will feel happy that he can move his hand, right? So this is one of the wonderful product. The next, in the year 2002, by students of MIT and Harvard medical experts. This was a research project initially in the 2002. And later on in the year 2004, they have a quick business plan and won a grand prize. They have improved their employees to number 50. So the product like MyOMA requires a wonderful professional software, professional tool to design the whole part in a mechanical tool. That is, SOLIDWORKS helps the product a lot to design, validate, collaborate, manage for giving all the enhancements like taking the breadcrumbs. We have introduced the topic breadcrumbs in the year 2016, in the last year. Now we have some of the updates in breadcrumbs itself. So here I have selected a part, and if you see, we have some missing mates and missing errors, right? So here, if I click this, this is the breadcrumbs which you can update this. Now in this year, we have added with the planes. So here you can add, you can use these planes for mating or for suppressing any of the component. And if you see here in the breadcrumbs itself, we have shown about the errors and warnings. So you can click directly here and you can edit the feature and you can add the missing plane. That will be at your fingertips, right? So just by clicking a reference, you can add a mate called, I'm going to add a coincident mate directly. And still I'm finding some of the errors, right? Yes, everything is clear, and we'll see about the parts and assemblies. Parts and assemblies plays a major role in SOLIDWORKS, right? So see here, we have the dynamic visualization command. What is dynamic visualization? Do you have any idea? Like the reference planes, sketches, whatever you are seeing on this screen, you can hide it by giving, previously you can hide it by giving all, so you should select one by one and you should hide. But whereas in 2017, by just a single click, you can hide all the planes and sketches at a time in this way. So this will be very helpful. And you can find one of the fillet which is missing, right? So here, and about the parent-child relationship also, like it is also updated. You can see more information in the parent and child relationship. Most of the errors will be shown directly here in the feature manager design tree. And if you want to edit, you can find the edit tab directly here. So you can edit the feature directly here. And you can give the missing edges. Even it is defining the part that some of red, you can see some red lines, right? So that is the missing edges. So you can directly select it and you can specify that this is my edge which I want to add a fillet. So with these two errors fixed, let us switch back to assembly mode. So we have fixed these two errors, and let us see in assembly still. Like, what about configuration? Have you ever use configuration. What configuration is? Configuration allows you to represent more than one version of part or assembly in the same file, right? So if you have a part with a different sizes, you can take a configuration. You can create a configuration and you can save different sizes and you can use whichever size you want. You can switch between that configuration. In the same way, here I'll take an example of this screw. I'll open this in a part mode. Now I'll switch to configuration. So here in configuration there are n number of configurations. So in the previous year, if at all you want to move the configuration or you know about the rollback and adjusting it at the top, you can even roll back and adjust at the top in the feature manager design tree. But whereas previously in the configuration you cannot move this, you cannot rearrange this. In the year 2017 we have a wonderful capability that you can move the configuration towards up or down, and that can be arranged with a date or a numeric when you have created. Like if you have created on a particular date, you can remember that and you can switch, you can give a date and you can switch between these two, or else even you can give a numeric. So let us make changes to that and we'll see what we have an update. So here I am going to move this above. What is the use of this if we move above and below? Like if you are using a particular one in this configuration, when you are designing a part, you can just only focus on a design. Like let's say I have moved this part above this. So I'll switch back to the main assembly. So if at all I want to make this changes to configuration, so the 6, M6 into 1.0, this is at the top. You can just, by this you can just only focus on the design instead of searching where my size is, right? And you can just click OK. So exit of the part mode. So we have an update about the display states now. So we have display state, like you can save different colors of display states, like blue logo or an yellow logo. You can switch between these two. If at all you have created with different colors, then you can switch to these two and you can make a difference. So this is one of the great flexibility in this. So let us see about the next enhancement. So we have seen about breadcrumbs, hide show all item types. So the parent-child relationship, which is what it is showing in the tree house, right? In the feature manager design tree. So what's wrong in the contextual menu? This is directly showing at the fingertips. And the comments. So the comments can be directly seen in the feature manager design tree. Let us take a quick view of that. So if at all you want to add a comment, you can now directly add a comment. And in this you can attach some images if you want. You can browse from the local folder and you can attach image and you can save it. You can browse from it and save. And we have seen about visibility of display states. So about the next enhancement is about sketching. So what, as we all know that SolidWorks is one of the wonderful tool for sketching, right? This is very user friendly, you can make a sketch, but whereas previously you cannot move the sketch. Like now there is a latest update in SolidWorks 2017 that if at all it is a closed contour, then that will be highlighted with some different color, and by selecting a closed contour you can drag and drop the sketch wherever you want. So let us see a live example of this. So I'll go to the main assembly. So taking, just I will suppress. So this is the part which I am going to take an example. I am going to the sketch mode. Sketch mode onto the face, and now here we have a direct option, like whatever you want. This will be at your mouse button, at right click, and you can directly select from here. And selecting the straight slot, I have created a straight slot like this. As this is a close contour, you could find a difference, right? Inside that contour we have a different color which is highlighted. So you can drag and drop. Selecting this, you can drag and drop onto the face wherever you want, and after dragging you can add relation and you can make this a fully defined sketch. So in this way. So still I want to, not only a straight slot, whatever the close contour you take. Let's say we'll take an example of a circle. From the center point I will create a circle. And now I will create a extrude cut. Let us make an offset of this. So control the distance. Now this is a fully defined sketch. So I will make a cut of this. So you can select the multiple sketches, as that will be added in the contour option. So you can use the instant 3D and you can control the distance like this. Such that a slot will be created on the plate with the material removed. Okay. This is one of the great enhancements, that you can adjust the sketch, you can move the sketch wherever you want, and you can place it, and you can add the material or remove the material in this way. Okay. And so we have seen about shaded sketch contours, contour selection via Alt key. By selecting both the contours, by holding Alt, you can select both the closed area and you can make an extrude cut. And restyle shortcut menus and micro line prevention, we have seen this. So we'll see about delighters. Delighters is one of the wonderful update. Like even I also like this update. What normally we have very complex models, which is very simple to see, but that has more complexity. Like many operations will be there in that. We have many parts. If at all we take a section view, previously we cannot see the sectioned view, like which is sectioned you cannot see. But whereas now in 2017, even though if you take a section view, you can visualize, like you can see the transparent part of that. We'll see this. So in the sectioned view, let me suppress this. So in this way directly I am going to open a sub assembly. So this is a part which I am going to take an example. Now I have a plane somewhere here. So I am going to take a section view at that particular area. So normally we will see like this, like the other part which is section cannot be visible. But now in 2017 we have an option added at the below called transparent section component. You can select on this and you can select whatever you want to see in a transparent mode in this way. This will be helpful, right? And so now at a time we had previously what we can do, we can give only one distance, but whereas now you can give multi-distance, multi-dimension. Like if you go to fillet, chamfer, so here a chamfer option. So under this you have multi-distance chamfer. You can switch on this and you can just select all the edges. So here you have the distance is 1 mm. So here you can directly double click here and you can give whatever distance. Like I am going to control this with 0.5 and the other one with, let's say I am going to change this to 0.3. So we have multi options in this fillet in chamfer update. So let us see about advanced holes now. We have some of the updates in advanced holes. So I am going to the SolidWorks environment. So here I have advanced holes. So in advanced holes you can add different sizes at a time, like taking a section view here, and if you want to change the size, like near side counter bore or near side countersink, you can select and give the end conditions. Like type is I am going to select drill size and give the size of this. I am going to give 9, and if at all if you want to add one more to this, you can just click insert elements below active element. If you click this, one more will be added and you can then control this again. So I can give this, and so here the blind in this way. So like this a multi-stepped hole can be created easily now within a single feature. Within a single feature we can add multi-step holes. So the next we will see about the display states. So if you click display state, this is already saved. In this display states, the holes which you are seeing will be, the whole part will be transparent and the holes will be clearly visible here. And I am going to select one of that, and here what I can do here is edit feature, and here if at all you have any favorite templates which you have added, can be selected, can be browsed, and with a single click you can change the templates so that a size will be changed to all the holes. So next we have an option about update about convert to bodies. So you know about convert to bodies? We have, do you have any idea about this convert to bodies? The next we are going to see about surfacing. Like one of the good update here, we have Like previously, if you wrap the text onto any of the surface, that is unable to proceed. Like in this year, we have an update that the complex surfaces can also be wrapped. Previously, that can be only seen in conical or cylindrical faces. Not on not on all the surfaces you can wrap. To make this to normal too. So I want to wrap this onto the complex surfaces. So here, so using the option called wrap, so here we have the text which you can emboss, deboss, or you have different options here. So here I want to just select, I need to just select the surface. Whatever surface you select, that will be wrapped this way. In this way, that will be wrapped onto the complex surfaces. And here, even the text can be controlled. Like I am going to show something that is, you can move the sketch wherever you want by holding this point and just drag it anywhere, so that the sketch will be updated. The emboss will be updated, how we drag and where we place, that will be updated according to that. So this is the update about the surfacing. So we have seen about wrap on any surface. There is no more restrictions, like I already discussed. We have previously we can wrap only on the cylinders and or cones, but whereas now we can wrap on any of the complex surfaces. Wrap on multiple faces, as we have seen that we have selected multiple surfaces, and using the instant 3D, we have dragged it by using instant 3D. So the offset curve, we have removed the material by taking offset curve directly. We have option which is added in sketching. So this is what about the surfacing.